guys, welcome to another video, and today we're going to talk about that I don't exactly hate The Last Jedi, but I don't exactly love it. Uh, the only Star Wars movie that you can say that I hate is, the holiday special. And that's because, hold on, sorry, all my friends. I need to stop doing that while I'm recording. But the reason why I don't really hate The Last Jedi as most as a lot of the fans do is because it's more exciting than the holiday special. Yes, a lot of fans might feel like they butchered Luke Skywalker. I was personally okay with Luke Skywalker being a grumpy old man, especially since we saw the Luke that we've known towards the end, like the Luke Skywalker, the more mature version of Luke Skywalker that we've met in the original trilogy, towards the end of the movie. That was after Yoda had his talk, which I will get into more talk about later on. Sorry, going anymore. Sorry, I'm dealing with my cat at the same time. But we also had another movie where if Luke Skywalker didn't die at the end of The Last Jedi, we could have seen Luke that we've known from the original trilogy come back in an entire movie. Now he could come back. The Luke Skywalker we knew could come back, but as a Force Ghost, preferably I would have knocked him off so we can see him have this epic death in in episode 9, where possibly he goes into a lightsaber duel with Kylo Ren. Then he lets Kylo Ren kills him, which might enrage Rey, who could potentially be Luke's daughter that he never knew about, which in turn she might either badly wound Kylo Ren or kill Kylo Ren, making her potentially the last Skywalker in the universe, assuming. Go anymore. Sorry, my cat was needed to go out of my room. But making Rey the last Skywalker, assuming that they do kill off, assuming that they would have killed off Princess Leia or General Leia, whatever, in episode 9. I mean, in a sense, they could make Luke use the midi-chlorians to bring him back to life and have them kill him off again the way I said it, but that would be stupid and that would be unnecessary. Now, first off, before I continue, it would be cool to see Luke Skywalker come back. It would be kind of cool to see him as a Force Ghost, but it would be cool to see him in part of the movie as flesh, and then later on see him as a human, as a Force Ghost. That's a video for another time. But yeah, unlike the holiday special, The Last Jedi has some exciting parts. Yeah, I'll admit the Battle of Crate. Even though their lightsaber didn't clash, before their duel, when you saw Luke and Kylo Ren talking for the first time before they actually fought, that was exciting. Like I said before, seeing Yoda again was obviously exciting. What else was exciting? Yeah, it might have been cheesy, but the throne room scene where Kylo Ren and Rey fought the Accords was pretty interesting. Uh, the parts I do am frustrated in is that, first they moved Kylo Ren's car, and Ryan Johnson decides to deny that he did that. Uh, what else annoys me or makes me upset? They didn't really have Rey do any lightsaber training, like in terms of Luke teaching her these lightsaber skills. Because it would be cool if the 3 lessons were the first lesson. Yes, teaching Rey the ways of the Force. The first lesson I feel like was perfect. It was perfect. It was needed. It was a good way to start out the uh lesson. Then lesson 2. Yeah, have a debate whether the Jedi, their thoughts about the Jedi, whether they were hypocrites or not. But also slide some lightsaber training in that second lesson as well. And then the third lesson that was part of the deleted scene, in terms of the Jedi don't react to everything, they pick and choose their battles. I think that was a nice third lesson. But I think they sort of added more to the second lesson. Like, had Luke train Rey in lightsaber combat. That would be nice. And then that could eventually lead, she could get tired, and then Luke could say lesson 2. Now that the Jedi are extinct, the Jedi are romanticized, deified. Which is the start of his debate with Rey whether or not the Jedi were hypocrites or not. So the lack of Luke showing Rey lightsaber training was disappointing. The Canto Bite scene, I have to agree with a lot of people. The whole Canto Bite with Rose and Finn could have been shorter. It literally could have been shorter. What else could? The girl with the purple hair, General Holdo. She was an ass. She could have stayed out there. Them killing off Admiral Akbar was a dumb idea, which is why I am in so much support of Ivan Ortega's The Last Jedi edit, because he took out Holdo and replaced her with Admiral Akbar, which, like I said, I still think it's a stupid idea that they even killed him off in the first place. The Mary Poppins scene. Let's talk about the Mary Poppins scene where Leia was using the Force to pull her back to the ship. A lot of people say that is stupid. I admit that's cheesy, but I don't know why I like that scene. Like, I don't know why I like that moment. Probably because it was our first time seeing Leia ever using the Force on the big screen. But I like that scene, even though I admit they could have showed Leia using the Force more. And the Codebreaker. They could have had Lando be on Canto Bite as like a little tease. But pretty much having the whole what happened to Finn and Rose play out the same way. Assuming that they were going to do it the same way. Lando being the master codebreaker that Maz Kanata was talking about. And then going back in jail, and then meeting that one drunk code breaker guy. If Ryan Johnson wanted to, I mean, that was a really missed opportunity. Now, thankfully, Lando's going to be in episode 9, but the whole codebreaker thing was a huge missed opportunity to bring in Lando, even if he's going to be there for like 10 seconds. Luke's death is another thing that annoys me. I love me Luke Skywalker. He is my favorite Jedi. He's my favorite Star Wars character. He taught me pretty much never to give up when things are hard. Luke Skywalker taught me that no matter how much evil things are, always try to keep the light within. Do not let the darkness in. And I'm talking about the OG version Luke, not the grumpy old man. Them killing off Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi, that's about the only part where I was genuinely pissed off. I was genuinely pissed off that they killed off Luke Skywalker. That's about the only thing that I was pissed off about. The whole direction they took with Luke Skywalker, because like I said, I was okay with the grumpy old Luke Skywalker. Especially since we saw him at like the Luke we knew in the original trilogy come back towards the end of the movie, and if they didn't kill him off, we could have seen him in flash form in episode 9. So that's the reason why I was okay with the grumpy old Luke. That whole killing him off, that was dumb. Especially the way they did it. I feel like I would be more okay with them killing Luke off if it was more epic. They could get away with Yoda's death, because that was like what, 30 years before the prequels came out. So yes, we already got a whole movie that had Yoda in it, where it could have some sort of attachment to Yoda. Episode 6 came, Yoda died. Yeah, us fans might have had some sort of an attachment to Yoda, but then the prequels came out, and the Clone Wars series came out, and both series, the anime series and the series with Ahsoka Tano, we had more of an attachment to Yoda in the prequels. So if George Lucas, like if the original trilogy came after the prequels, then I would be saying differently, because I'll be more attached to him by then. But seeing how the original 4 through 6 came out before 1 through 3, I'm giving Yoda's death a pass. Plus it made sense too. Unlike Luke's, Obi-Wan made sense. Like his death made sense. Qui-Gon's death made sense. Even Anakin's mother, Shmi Skywalker, who is not even a Force user, made sense. Mace Windu's death made sense. I'm trying to think of Darth Vader's death made sense. Darth Sidious's death made sense. I gotta say, you can't disagree with me on this one, but the characters in Rogue One, their deaths made sense. Luke Skywalker's death did not make sense. Oh, and Han Solo's death made sense. And yes, I am still mad that Han Solo died in The Force Awakens, but the way he went out, and unpopular opinion in this case, made sense. You know how mad that Han Solo died in The Force Awakens? It made sense, and I don't really have a problem with how J.J. Abrams decided to execute Han Solo dying. It made sense. Luke Skywalker does not make any sense. I get it. He was shut off from the Force for about 10 years. maybe a bit more. But come on. Like, I get it. Doing that force projection will make him pass out. It will make him. It will tire him out. I'll give it to you, Ryan. It will make him at least pass out, if anything. But I highly doubt that it will kill him. I really doubt that it would have killed him. It would have been. I feel like having Luke's ending scene, having 90% of it would have been fine. Like, finally having Luke looking out the sun, twin suns, and cutting it right there without him disappearing. Or having Luke struggle to get up, and once he finally does that, he passes out. Don't kill him off. I'm sorry, for Luke Skywalker, that was one of the lamest ways possible to kill off Luke Skywalker. There was plenty more badass ways, better ways you could have killed Luke Skywalker off. It's just not like that. So, I was okay with Luke Skywalker's direction in the whole Last Jedi. The only issue I did have with Luke Skywalker was his death scene. Lousy death scene for Luke. A lot of people have... Oh yeah, lack of character development for Finn, Rey, Kylo Ren. I wish we got to see more time with Luke and R2, but that's me nitpicking. The better parts of the movie was Yoda scene, the final fight, when we saw Luke and Leia, talk to each other, and then when we saw Luke acknowledging Kylo Ren, C-3PO, I did like the 3 lessons, even though it would have been nice to see Luke training Rey in lightsaber combat in lesson 2, but that's also a video for another time if you guys so desire for me to say that. What else? The broomstick boy, I kind of liked it, but didn't like how he had the force. I don't know why. I personally like the throne room scene when Kylo and Rey teamed up to defeat the guards. A lot of people dislike that scene. I liked it. So yeah, The Last Jedi, I don't necessarily hate it, but I don't necessarily love it. I'm kind of like in between. It could have been a whole lot better. The Last Jedi. A whole lot better. And it should have set up for the episode 9 a whole lot better. But it didn't. Attack of the Clones set up for Revenge of the Sith beautifully. Rogue One was made after A New Hope, like 48 years later. Set up for the New Hope beautifully. New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, set up for Return of the Jedi beautifully. The end for Avengers Infinity War set up for Avengers Endgame beautifully. What else? Other genre. for Kingdom Hearts 2 kind of set up for Kingdom Hearts 3, in my opinion. And yes, there's clearly like a few games where they needed to make Kingdom Hearts to tie into Kingdom Hearts 3 more beautifully, to help Kingdom Hearts 2 tie into Kingdom Hearts 3 more beautifully. But I feel like with Kingdom Hearts 2, they chose to take Kingdom Hearts 2, it set up for Kingdom Hearts 3 beautifully. Even though it had like 6 games, like 2-3 games too many to set up Kingdom Hearts 3, but that's just me. But The Last Jedi could have done so much better in terms of the setup for Episode 9. The Force Awakens did a beautiful job to set up for The Last Jedi. And I do like the whole idea about The Last Jedi taking place like right after The Force Awakens. I do like that idea. Just overall, I'll admit the execution was lousy. Overall, the execution was lousy. But the there are like the scenes with Yoda and the 3 lessons, even though I just said it could have, the second lesson could have used like Luke actually showing Rey some lightsaber techniques, and the Kylo Rey teaming up, and the whole crate battle, and Luke reunion, and the 2-second C-3PO and Luke reunion. Those were redeemable, per se. But it's far from being the best Star Wars movie, to be honest. So again, I don't hate The Last Jedi, but I don't love The Last Jedi. And I'll admit, well, I don't think The Last Jedi really broke the fandom too, per se. Because, yeah, it did, but I feel like the one would have healed if the people at Lucasfilms didn't bash the fans who disliked The Last Jedi, and how the people behind Lucasfilms decided to carry themselves, bashing fans who dislike The Last Jedi and Solo. That's what's really, in my opinion, split the fandom. And I have to agree with SE Reviews when he did the who will win between Avengers Endgame and Star Wars Episode 9, that Avengers Endgame will outperform the last Episode 9, because Marvel had 10 years of making movies with the MCU that led up to the Endgame. So far, I either liked or loved every single MCU movie. I didn't really love Solo Star Wars Story, and I admit The Last Jedi was an okay movie. It lost a lot of people's respect. Like, Lucasfilms lost a lot of people's respect, so less people want to see Episode 9, or more people want to see Avengers Endgame. And so, hands down, Avengers Endgame will outperform Star Wars Episode 9 in theaters. That's just my opinion. I'll be okay if you guys disagree with me on that one. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys love The Last Jedi, or do you guys absolutely hate The Last Jedi, or are you guys in between? Like, it was an alright movie. Like, with me, I think it was, like, an alright movie. And I don't exactly mean that in a good terms or a bad terms. And who do you think will outdo, who do you guys think would make more money between the episode 9 or Avengers Endgame? Leave a comment below, and may the force be with us all. Is that right, Nemo? It's like whatever, take the camera off me. I'm trying to get my beauty sleep here. Okay, see you guys.